it is started. Okay, look at here, it is I have a server or a system or a computer has a hard disk. Hard disk is inside your system only. Hard disk is like this. This is called a dash. This is called a dash. It means disk is attached to your system only. Your system only. Disk is attached to your system only. That is called a dash. What is NAS and SAN? Centralized storage. Disk is not attaching to any server. It is like this one only. It is a storage bay. It means it is also a facility. You can put a multiple hard disk inside. This is just like a box. You can connect all the hard disk. Okay, and you are connecting all these things to network. Okay, so any system like you have multiple systems or multiple servers. Okay, so you have like this. These are all connected to the network. Now any PC, for example, this is a PC1. For example, this is server 1, server 2, server 3. If anybody want to store a data, they can store the data into this one only. So from any disk, you can store the data here. So this type of storing a data which is not attached to a specific server or a specific machine is called a centralized storage. Okay, I have a disk that is local disk. This is a local storage. Okay, this type of storage, this type is local. Local means with attached to your system only. This is a local storage. This is centralized storage. Okay, what are the types of centralized storages? NAS and SAN. Two type of centralized storages are there. Guys, understand? NAS, SAN can start. SAN. NAS, network attached storage, is less cost than SAN. Okay, cost is less. Not enterprise solution. It's not a enterprise solution. Okay, it is a file level storage. It's a file level storage. It's a file level storage. Next one is like a file level storage. So it is more like a shared file system type. Okay, files are sharing access through sharing only by using a protocols NFS, CIFS. CIFS protocols used to access the data. Okay, so mostly we use normal Ethernet. Use Ethernet. Okay, Ethernet means Ethernet based communication. It's regular LAN only. Ethernet base means your LAN network, regular LAN network only. Ethernet based communication means. Okay, so that is a next. Next one is a SAN, storage area network. Costly First one is costly. Redundant. 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 A redundancy. Anything word you can use. It's a redundancy is there. So what is a redundancy? Multiple paths or one thing is failure, another thing will work. Okay. SAN is like this. This is a NAS diagram. SAN is diagram is little bit different. Okay. So we can see SAN is like this. These are the storage base. Multiple storage base are there. Multiple switches are there. Okay. Multiple switches also there. The space is not enough. Okay. But still try like this. This is connecting to here and this is connected to your regular network. Okay. To directly actually we use a fiber optical cable network, not Ethernet cable, but I'm using now currently. Okay. Connected to network. Same thing. This is my storage bay connected to switches. These are switches. Separate fiber optical switches are there. Separate fiber optical type switches are there. These are a storage base. It means it contains hard disk. It contains a hard disk. SCSI type of hard disk are there. Storage bay means it's nothing but a box which contains hard disk and connectivity. Usually it uses fiber optical connections because it's a faster data transmission in the enterprise network. Okay. Of course, I draw a line from here to here, one line, right? Of course, it will connect it to this one. It will connect it to this one. Okay, like this. It means if this line is problem, no problem, we can communicate from here. If this line is problem, no problem, you can communicate from here like this. Like so, any which ways we can able to connect it. Any which ways we can able to connect it like that. Like you can also connect like this also, no problem. Okay. So it is a redundant. It means if one of the line is missing, no problem. In other way, you can reach to distance. Like you know, lot of example I can tell about redundancy. The easiest one is, you know the route. You're traveling there. Something happened at road. Road is blocked. You cannot able to go. So what you will do, if you know a separate line to reach your destination, means if this path is closed, no problem, we'll choose another path to reach the destination. Another path to reach the destination. So that is called a redundancy. Easy to understand. Means if one is down, no problem, you have another one to reach the destination. You have a disk and you have another disk. If disk is down, no problem, you have data in the other disk. You have a two disks with the same data. This is having same data, this is having same data. If this disk is down, no problem, you have a main disk. Okay, just like that. Just like that. It's very simple, right? So service down, server down. Like usually in my home, I have two internet connections. Two internet connections. One is ACT internet connection. One name is ACT internet. Another one is a Geo. Recently we put a Geo. So because I came to my hometown, right? So we have a two internet connection now. This is since 2017 onwards we have in my area. This is recent, this year only. This year only. Okay. So what happened? I will connect to one of the internet, usually like Geo. But sometimes, mostly evening time, Geo won't work properly. Okay. So I have to connect it to ACT. So one is down, no problem. Keep working with another one. If this is also down, some urgent work is there. So I use a mobile phone. So I will get a 4G network. Okay. So this is what I'm trying to say is redundancy. I will discuss the redundancy part again, but understand this is the SAN type of network. and this is a NAS type of network. Okay. SAN use high-SCSI protocols. I'm doing or FC. FC means fiber optical cables only. Mostly they use fiber channels. Fiber channels. Okay. HBA. This is called a host bus control. Redundancy and rest of protocols. It is a block level storage. What is a block level storage? Is very simple. Your PC having a sorry. Yeah, correct. Okay, block level storage means you are having a hard disk in your PC. Same concept only. Okay. So for example, I have a server here. Okay, so some server is there. This is having a internal hard disk. Now this server require more storage. Okay, this server required more storage. 1 terabyte hard disk is required. It will get it. Okay, it will get 1 terabyte of hard disk. From where? From here. From here. Okay, it will. You can get a 1 terabyte hard disk from my SAN like this through the network. Through the network. Okay, so your data stores here, but it look like it stores here. It look like it stores here, but the data actually stores here only. This is called as centralized storage, not just a thing like here. This is the folder. This is the folder. It contains the data. It is a file level storage. File level storage is in the SAN network. In the SAN, we use file level storage. Like you have a data in your just like a accessing from folders like that. Okay. Block level storage is like you're accessing a data in a hard disk, like a hard disk here. But NAS or SAN, actual data not stored in your local PC, stores in central storage only. Data stores in a central location only. FC. So I said Ethernet based communication. Here it is fiber optical channel based communications. It is costly. Redundancy is also available. If one is down, no problem. Still we can able to access the data. One path is down, no problem. Still we can able to access the data. One disk is down, no problem. Still we can able to access the data. Next one is block level storage. Power cut. Power cut. Sorry. Okay, no problem. Already I told what is redundancy, guys. Anyone? Anyone tell me what is redundancy? If you don't speak, I don't know whether you are. My internet is there or not also. That's of all. Okay. Okay. So what is redundancy now? My main power is supply is down. No problem. I have a laptop with a battery. Like internet is still running. We'll see how much time we can able to run with my laptop battery. Of course, I have an inverter in the home also. Okay. After then I will connect a inverter. block level storage, redundancy, both are centralized storages. That is important here. It is a provided enterprise solution. Right? Enterprise solution only for organizations, not for any person. SAN you can do it. SAN you can do it for your own. Sorry, NAS you can able to buy. NAS storages you can buy from Amazon also you can buy like this. So you can see NAS boxes. Will show you good looking boxes. These are the hard disks. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hard disks you can insert it. You can see that their status also 1, 2, 3, 4 power connection. And maybe in a backside or somewhere you can find, yeah, we are missing. So it is LAN connection is there. Means you can connect this box to the directly LAN. And you can insert the hard disk inside. Okay. So then you can store the data centrally. Like you want to watch a movie or you want to put some regular data inside. So then you can see maxing a IP address, connecting it, put all the movies inside. Anybody with a mobile phone, laptop or a desktop, they can put a data inside and they can access the data inside. So no need to store in your local PC or external hard disk, pen drives kind of stuff, not required. So put it into the network directly. This is how can you insert and remove the data. Okay. So you can also buy NAS, but SAN you can't buy. SAN is a costliest one, and you don't require it for a home purpose. It is only for enterprise solution purpose. RAID. What is RAID? Redundant. Array of independent disk or inexpensive disk. Independent disk or inexpensive disk. These RAIDs are software RAID, hardware RAID is there. Software RAID, hardware RAID is there. So what is software RAID? Using some application or OS type like either Windows or Linux, managing RAID. Hardware RAID. There is a hardware RAID controller to manage RAID. Okay. Next, RAID levels. Actually, few. RAID 0 means stripped volume. Stripped volume. It means you can add a 2R is connected. 2R more disconnected and become
on
volume. Okay, so what is this? I will explain. Yeah, people are looking at the screen like that. Okay, so save it. Yes. Already I told redundancy. What is the redundancy? We'll see this. This is a single disk. Single disk, the whatever you do, data you store in this disk, so it stores in the disk, but it may not be enough after some days. May not be enough after you finish the using a disk, right? For example, the volume name is E. It is a E drive. Now E drive is about to finish. What to do? I'm adding any extra hard disk and I created a RAID level. I created a RAID level. So that is my RAID 0 level. This is called a stripped volume. I use a 2 or more disk and become a huge volume. So for example, this for an example, this is the 1 terabyte. This is 1 terabyte. But total size is 2 terabyte. Okay. So this become a single use volume. But there is a problem. Problem is if any of the disk is failure, total data loss. Total data loss. You can't access the data. You can't access the data. Okay. No disk failure. Okay. If any disk failure, any disk failure, no access to data, or you can say total data lost. Okay. No access to any data, all data. Okay. Any data, or you can say all data. Okay. That is important. So no disk failure, no redundancy, nothing. Yeah, power came back. Okay, very good. Next, another one is RAID 1. RAID 1 is called a mirror volume. Here we use only two disks. Two disks only. So we'll write here. See, look at here. This is my disk. Okay, and this is another disk. For example, in our office, in a Pune office mainly, we have a front desk is there. One day what happened, it's a new computer only. The hard disk is maybe the manipulated one, something is happened. All of the sudden, hard disk is corrupted. It's unable to retrieve the data. Some data is already saved in our SAR laptop. So no problem. Only last a few days, two days data only missed. It's not a big deal, okay, because it's already we have documents. Everything is in paperwork is there also. Not only a smart work, paperwork is main important. So luckily we recover it. But what is the solution if in case if one of the disk is failure possibility, so still you want to access the data. One of the disk is failure is a possibility. Still there is a you have to able to access the data. Okay. So one solution is better to take backup every day, at least daily. You are going to home before that one, take a backup, or at least 1 hour, or maybe every half day, every morning. So take a backup. So backup is always important. Backup is always important. That is one thing. But guys, remember, I took a backup. My disk is failure. Good, no problem, because I have a backup. I can restore my backup. But it will take time, na? But it will take time. Okay, well, a student came, he paid some fees, and I have to give the receipt immediately. For example, just or maybe sir asked some question, sir asking some document immediately. I have to give the document or forward the document, or I have to send a mail. I said like sir, disk is failure. I have a backup. Don't worry. It will take 2 hours to restore. Cannot say that, or so what happened here? If any disk is failure, no problem. Still we can able to access the data. How it is possible? I copy all the data into my second drive. Manually, I don't copy. I based on my configuration automatically. Whenever you put a data in the any disk, data automatically copies into other disk. Okay. You think you are copying in the E drive. That's it. You don't know which hard disk is actually storing your data. Okay. So you are putting a data into E drive. Data stores in both the drives, but data stores in both the drives. Okay. Yeah. Tell me. This is called a RAID 1. What is RAID 1? Is a mirror volume. Here we take only 2 disks only. It is called a single disk failure. Parity. Without a parity. Okay. Single disk failure without a parity. Next. Single disk failure without a parity. So I will explain that what is a parity kind of stuff. Okay, if any one of the disk failed, still able to access the data. So that is mirror disk. That is mirror disk. So we are using 2 disks, and if any one of the disk is still, we can able to access. So totally 1/2 size of total disk. So what is that meaning? Is simple. If this is a 1 terabyte, second one is also 1 terabyte. The size of the total disk size is total volume size is 1 terabyte only. If you take 2 terabyte, total size is 2 terabyte only, because same copy you are maintaining in a other disk. Okay. The last one is RAID 5. Here we use minimum 3 disks. 3 or more disks, minimum 3 disks. Here it is. This is the RAID 5. This is called a RAID 5. The volume name is also RAID 5 only. Here use minimum 3 disks. Minimum 3 disks. 3 disks or more we are using it. This is also single disk failure. With parity. So this is without parity. This is with parity. So what is this with parity, without parity? Look at here. Okay. This is 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte. Whole volume you will get a 2 terabyte. If you take 2 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 2 terabyte, you will get a 4 terabyte only. It means you are getting a total size is 2/3 of a total size you are getting. Okay. Next. Whenever you insert a data, whenever you put a data in it, whenever you put a data in any of the disk, for example, A, their parity bits stores in other disk. What is a parity bits? Nothing. Data is in the form of anyway zeros and ones only. So parity means is a compressor format or a counter format of a or minimal format. You can say minimal format or a compressed format of actual data. Okay, actual data compressed format. So it is indicates it's a parity. Okay, so guys, remember what is a parity to understand only. Parity. When I put a data in the one disk, their parity bit stores in another disk. It means simply the compressed data format stores in another disk. If this disk is failure, no problem. This is the failed disk, right? Disk is failure. What I have done, I put another disk. What I have done, I put a new disk inside. So new disk does not have a data. The data is regenerated back into the new disk. Data is regenerated into the new disk with the help of this parity. With the help of the parity. Okay. So next one is called a RAID 5. RAID 5 volume name is RAID 5 volume only. Minimum 3 days we use it here. It is also a single disk failure. With the parity. Okay. If any one of 3 days failed, still can able to access the data. No problem. 2/3 of total disks we will get a size. 2/3 of size of total disk we will getting. Okay. So what is this parity or a parity thing? If any disk failed and replace a failed disk in new disk means fresh disk. Automatically data will regenerate data will regenerate into the new disk with the help of parity bits in other disks. So that is the main parity bits. Guys, understand RAID 0, RAID 1, RAID 5. Disk. We use here 5 disk. In a RAID 6, we use a 5 disk. So 2 disk failure. With the parity. Okay. So you'll get a 3/5 disk size of total. So this is 2 disk failure with the parity. So remaining is common. Guys, sir, understand or completely out of sir is telling some story. We are getting sleep. Anything is there? Completely out of your means what we can say, what we think is completely out or a little bit touching.
No, sir. I'm listening.
Listening is okay. So this is like a redundancy purpose. We use a RAID. Okay. You understand mirror at least mirror.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and write file. So only first try to understand. If disk is failure, still no problem. We can able to access the data. That is first understand. Okay, remaining are normal. Okay, it will be there like that. This is SAN and NAS is centralized storage. Means disk is not in your system or in your server. It is in a centralized. You put a data, it stores in centrally. You can able to access the data which is in centrally. It is not attached to anyone. Okay, that is NAS. Okay, so I explained about hard disk. Hard disk is data type, SATA type of hard disk is there. It is IDE type of technology they are using. SATA hard disk are earlier used. Now we are using a
SATA.
SATA type of hard disk. Yeah, tell me.
No, sir.
Okay, so SATA hard disk are 40 pin data connector. SATA are 7 pin connector. If you want, I will show you SATA PATA also. Okay, SATA PATA. See, this is you can go down, so then we'll see. See the ribbon cable. If you see the ribbon cable, we call it as a PATA cable. The cable you can see blue color. That one is a SATA cable. SATA cable. Okay. The red one is a SATA cable. Is like that. Okay. Here is a SATA type of drives. The logical board. Internally, both are having same type of parts only. Only logic board is different. Means the circuit board is different for a data connection. Okay. IDE cable or a SATA cable, and this is SATA cable. This is PATA cable. Okay. IDE connector. This is a motherboard connector. SATA PATA connector. Last class continuation only. Storage and all last class continuation only. See this. SATA data connector. SATA power connector is like that. Okay. This is ID type. The bottom one, if you see, that is PATA type. The upper one is SATA type. It's a data connector, but SATA is faster than PATA. Okay, read and write speed is little bit high. SATA 3 6 Gbps means normal. Currently available is SATA 3 connection. Next type of storage is solid state drives. Okay, nowadays we are using for laptops. Okay, mini PCs. We are using laptops, mini PCs, gaming, desktops also, and servers. Blade or Rock servers also we are using to store for operating system and applications. So there is a two types are there. SATA type interface, NVMe type of interface is also there, and SSD don't have no loose parts. Okay, it is faster than normal SATA hard disk and lightweight. You can carry the SSD hard disk anywhere very easily because it's very small in size. First of all, it is very small in size and very easy to fix. Okay, so small in size, easy to carry, lightweight also. Small in size, lightweight also. Next, storage types are DAS, NAS, SAN kind of stuff. DAS means directly attached storage. Like you take a hard disk connected to a server, it means directly attached storage only. NAS and SANs are a central storages. Like there is a centralized storage is there. You can put a data, you can access the data by using storage protocols. NAS is for any small organization to higher organizations. SAN is for a higher level enterprise purposes only. Okay, this is a block level storage, that is a file level storage. Well, how much you understand, that much only better to speak. Okay, don't speak unnecessary things like you know everything kind of stuff. Okay, how much you understand, how much you can able to tell it. RAID is also very beautiful concept. Okay, Guys, anyway, we are in the storage. I will tell another storage devices. Okay, other storage devices is like a pen drives, okay, flash drives, pen drives, flash drives, CD, DVD. These are NAND type. This is optical type. Optical set. CD is around 700 MB data. You can put it. DVD is 4.7 GB data. You can put it. Next one is Blu-ray. It is not a standardly, we can't say how much data it is. It can be a 16 GB, 24 GB is there, up to 50 GB is there. Okay, as you know, it is up to 50 GB discs also available. Maybe more than that one. So you can say
rewritable disk.
Yeah, with CD rewritable, DVD rewritable, Blu-ray rewritable also there. Okay, pen drives, flash drives, SD cards, eMMC kind of stuff. This is also used for a eMMC usually for mini laptops. Mini laptops or like notebooks. What is that one? Chromebooks. CH. Books. Use this for storage purposes. Remaining too. Next, guys, whatever it is, generally hard disk. If you take a hard disk, you insert a hard disk. Whenever you insert a hard disk, you have to initialize. You have to initialize the disk as either MBR or GPT type. MBR type or a GPT type. Okay, so what is this MBR and DPT type? So go to the disk management. I'm going to disk management. Look at here. This is I have two hard disks are there in my system, disk 0, disk 1. So first disk is, if you see, convert into MBR, it means it's a GPT type of disk. This is a convert into GPT, it means it's a MBR type of disk. Okay, it is MBR type of disk, it is a GPT type of disk, MBR GPT disk. It's a type of disk only. Okay, type of disk only. These are all called partitions. So this is GPT disk having more partitions. This is MBR, only 3 partitions. In my disk, in this disk 3 partitions only. Currently I have 3 partitions only. Okay, guys, look at here. So you have to initialize either MBR type or a GPT type. What is MBR? Master boot GPT means GUID partition table. GUID partition table. 4 primary partitions you can create in a MBR, or 3 primary and 1 extended you can able to create. In an extended, you can create a number of logical partitions able to create it. GPT 128 primary partitions you can create it. No extended, so then no logical. Next is up to support each partition size. Partition size support up to 2 terabytes. It support more than 2 terabyte up to 64 TB. Sorry, I done a mistake. Sorry, mind is distracted. Sorry. Okay, partition size up to 2 terabyte, more than 2 terabyte up to sound. Okay, 18 EB. So this is a MBR and GPT, master boot record and GPT type. Guys, already explained, I think, BIOS and UEFI, right? UEFI. What is BIOS? Basic input output system. UEFI, Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. Both are firmwares only. For example, my system is MBR system. Sorry, my system is BIOS type ROM I'm using, BIOS ROM I'm using. So I'm using BIOS. My system is BIOS. I inserted a fresh hard disk and I'm installing operating system. It support directly MBR. Okay, type is MBR, it will support. UEFI support GPT. Scenario is like this, guys. So it is simple to try to understand. Okay, I have a PC, fresh PC, and I have a hard disk. Nothing is there. My system is BIOS based system. Okay, BIOS based system. Now I'm installing operating system, BIOS based operating system only. For example, Windows 7. So obviously, this is a fresh hard disk, no MBR, no GPT earlier. Now automatically this will be, when you can initialize as a MBR automatically. MBR automatically. Same scenario. I have a system. The system BIOS version type is UEFI type. My firmware is UEFI type. And I have a disk, fresh hard disk, no MBR, no GPT type of hard disk. No MBR, no GPT type of hard disk. Okay, I'm installing operating system like a Windows 8 or Windows 10 UEFI based OS I'm installing. I'm trying to install the OS. OS must be support UEFI, guys. It's both things are important. Okay, OS must be support UEFI. OS I'm trying to install. That time disk is automatically initialized as a GPT. Okay, that's it. A lot of people think like when I said UEFI, GPT, BIOS, MBR. But I have a two disk, right? This is GPT, this is MBR disk. This is GPT disk, this is MBR disk. Both the disks are there. Okay. So how it is possible? This does not mean it won't support like that. It is, you have a BIOS in your system and your operating system is also BIOS based operating system compulsory, and then your disk is initialized as a MBR. You have a UEFI in your system and your operating system, UEFI based operating system, your disk is initialized as a GPT. Okay. For example, you purchase a laptop or a desktop. in our Pune also we have a desktops are there, new desktops. Those are support both BIOS and UEFI. Okay, because mixed one. It is a mixed one because no one knows what operating system you are installing. So they use BIOS and UEFI. Maybe in the future, so only UEFI type hardware you will get it. Now it is BIOS and UEFI. I have a hard disk. OS. There we install Windows 7. We install Windows 7. Windows 7 is BIOS type. Obviously, disk is MBR type. If I install Windows 8 or Windows 10, these are UEFI based operating system. Okay, generally. It's also BIOS and UEFI, both are there. BIOS based and UEFI based operating systems are there. So it depends upon that one. Either this or this will be active, and either MBR or GPT. So no one knows what will happen here. Okay, so you have to calculate properly. This is pure form of BIOS, pure form of UEFI. That is okay. But if it is in a mixed one, so compulsory check your UEFI or MBR type disk it is. Guys, understand MBR and GPT? Master boot record, GID partition table. 4 primary partitions we can make it, 3 primary, 1 extended. In a extended you can create a logical partitions. 128 primary partitions, no extended or nothing. So 4 primary, it means like this. Take a hard disk. One, two, three. 3 primary completed. Automatically, this is actually it should be in a dark blue color. Okay, blue color kind of stuff. This is a extended partition. This is the extended partition. Inside, in the extended, you can create a logical partitions like this. Like this. Multiple logical partitions you can create it. So this is a MBR. In GPT is not like that. In GPT, straightforward 128 partitions. No MBR, no logical here. Anything? Anybody remember any questions regarding storage, hardware, anything like that? Anybody remember the interview questions? Please tell me, then we'll also explain some of the questions. Last time I shared the questions, some questions at least. The rest is very big one. Which batch I shared? I think I shared for both the batches. Okay. 6/4. I didn't remember. This is some questions you can see. See, what is DNS? What is service desk analysis? So about your project. The basic things you do when laptop is not working. So these are all regular questions. Yes, tomorrow you can ask Ravan sir or anyone. Post some questions from previous one. Okay, this batch I put it. See about 70s, Outlook, what is firewall, what is VPN, what is firewall, what is VPN, IP address and MAC address, A2 Blaze. Okay, advise your friend is laptop is not working, system is not working. So how you tell? Guys, there is no correct answer and wrong answer in the troubleshooting. Important is how you convey the message. Communication. Okay, VPN, firewalls, Outlook, IP address, MAC address. Difference between IP address and MAC address. Native place, POP and IMAP means Outlook. Incident. Again, ITL related. So these are the questions from previous batch, means maybe it is a first batch or second batch questions. I posted in fourth batch. So I will forward to you also. So try to collect all the questions. Then you can try for your answers also. Okay, guys. Anything you want to add? Find out all these things, port numbers, protocols. Okay, find your notes like you people are silent, I am silent. Outlook, VPN, DHCP, DNS, Active Directory means Active Directory domain means Active Directory. So if laptop not working, what to do? How to assist? How to assist? So what is service desk? What is service desk? What is incident? Problem? What is change? What is service request? How to handle an incident? Service desk software.
For the computer.
Tools. Okay. Monitoring. Tools or softwares. Okay.
Formatting computer.
Yeah, tell me.
That formatting your computer, it means
Formatting computer. You're telling question or answer?
question, sir. Is it was actually entry question, sir.
Okay. How to format computer?
Yes.
Is that another CC kind? Okay.
Difference between Windows 7 and Windows 10.
Oh. Anyone knows? Well, all the questions, guys, find some answers. Tomorrow we'll discuss all the questions and answers. If you take a time for explanations and all, it will take a lot of time. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Of course, we'll mix with the details also. In detail, we'll discuss.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Tomorrow is 11th, 12, 13. 13, mostly sir will pre-pond everything. Usually everybody will postpone the things. Sir will always pre-pond. Okay. And already I shared the videos which is I taken a classes. So you can go through it. So now need to tell again and again same stories without wasting time. Better to go for a question. Guys, most of the common questions I'm asking, I'm telling what is IP address? What is a MAC address? What is Outlook? What is VPN? What is DHCP, DNS, Active Directory, and dominant workgroup? Next, service desk incidents. What is a problem? How to handle a situation? Your friend is complaining, laptop is not working. Service desk tools, and any other troubleshooting related. If your internet is not working, how do you know internet is not working? How to troubleshoot your internet is not working? Okay, so how do you know? That is also I've seen this question. How do you know internet is not working? What you do? Internet is not working. Like this. Troubleshooting related, basic troubleshooting related one. Okay. How to check? How to check IP address and MAC address. Okay. So just the 5 minutes, guys. I will tell very smallest thing about IP address. IP address is a logical address. Remember, it is a logical address. There is a definition. Unique. Uniquely identify a device in network. Yes, careful when you are telling this one. Never say off of. If you say unique, sir, something is unique address. Unique address is MAC address. MAC address. MAC address is physical address. It means your NAC, your PC having a MAC address. It's not changing. MAC address won't change. That's why it is called a unique address. Unique address. This is called as a unique address. Okay, physical address, unique address. Physical address, unique address. Two things. Okay, so that's a thing. So if you say like so what is IP address, you said like unique address, then it has become completely wrong. Someone put a question.
Sir,
Hacking won't occur with IP address or a MAC address in our India mainly. Yeah, tell me.
sir, please share the file in WhatsApp, sir.
Yeah,
Those
I
topics.
will send. I will send this file for every class. I am sending, right?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
This is very useful at okay.
Yes, because I put a lot of things inside.
Yeah, sir. I note it.
I want to complete the service desk part, but I came to technical part because service desk is maximum 2 questions. Most frequently I'm telling. I am not saying they don't ask other questions. One is what is service desk? What is incident? What is ITL? 3 questions are there. Okay. So I told already what is service desk. What is the remaining thing? Already it is there in your videos. You can go for it. Otherwise, tomorrow I will explain once. Okay. Next one is IP address, MAC address, anything services related, troubleshooting related are there. Okay. So we have a two type of IP addresses: IPv4, IPv6. There's also a question like, so which one is we are using? We are currently globally we are using still IPv4 only because a lot of countries still using a IPv4. Okay, that's why globally we are using IPv4 only because a lot of organizations having old equipment, so then we are using IPv4. Never blame one country because it's a situation. America still are using a very old routers. Germany new routers, Japan new routers. Like that is there are into new, so they came to IPv6. China IPv6. Okay, 32-bit. 6 is 128-bit. It is a 2 to the power of 32 IP addresses you are getting. It means 4.3 billion IP addresses you are getting, and here it is 2 to the power of 128. It means almost 3.4 billion IP addresses you are getting. So approximately 3.4 into 10 to the power of 38 IP addresses are there. I'm not going much details. Yes, IPv4 is like this. It's divided into 4 parts. Oh, sorry. I'm going to differences only. Explanation will take a lot of time. Okay. So IPv4, IPv6, simple differences. Okay. So it is 32-bit binary. Actually, it is represented in a decimal format. It is look like this on 192.168.0.12, for example, just for example. IPv6 in a hexadecimal format. Hexa format. It is look like this one 2002. For example, just for example, a 128-bit, right? Hexadecimal. This one is hexadecimal only. Okay, like this. This is a very big one. This is okay. So when you are feeling very irritating to IPv4 confusion and all, then learn IPv6. Right? Okay, that is the main difference. This is having a unicast. This is also having unicast IP address. Multicast. It's also having multicast. This is having a broadcast. This is having a anycast. Guys, IP address is a logical address, unique address. There is Very variable. Where is based on network. It is fixed, not varies. Mac means media access control. Okay, media access control given by manufacturer of your NIC, Ethernet card, or whatever the name you put it. Okay, this is. It is 48 bit in binary. 48 bit means binary only, guys. Sometimes we write 48 bit in binary, 32 bit in binary. Bit means binary number only. Bit means it is a binary. Bit means 0 or 1. It is simply 0 or 1 means it's a binary number. Okay, that in bit represented in 12 hexadecimal. 12 hexa. Okay, so that is 12 hexa. So it is look like this one. For example, 2D F4 3E 0A 12, right? 1 2 3 then I can get 3 more things you have to put it. So AA 0 1 something. Okay, so like this. Using IP address, all communications by IP address only. What is IP? Internet protocol. All communications by IP address only. You cannot communicate with a MAC address. We cannot communicate with MAC address. Okay, MAC address up to LAN. IP address in LAN and outside of the LAN also. It means LAN communication, internet communication also IP address only. That's it. I will explain tomorrow IP addresses. Okay, based on the time limit. Also, we'll discuss some questions and direct question wise also we can discuss. Like that also we can topic wise questions only we'll discuss questions and explanation also matter also we'll explain it. Okay, guys. I don't know what to put a title for this one. This is a fully mixer infrastructure. Okay, part 2. That's it, guys. Study for tomorrow examination also. Okay, your percent is more important. Second important is technical. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.